Listen closely to the sound of my voice. Do not look away. Do not swipe up. This is not the algorithm showing you a random video. This is a divine appointment that was set in stone before you were even born. You are here because your spirit called out for an answer, and the universe has bent itself to bring this message to your eyes right now. Something happened recently. Maybe it was this morning. Maybe it was late last night when the house was quiet and you were the only one awake. You looked at your phone. You checked your bank account. You saw something that made your heart stop for a second. A number. A deposit. A balance that was higher than it should be. Your first thought was fear. You thought, this is a mistake. You thought, I need to call them. You thought, if I spend this, they will come for me. Stop. Do not call the bank. Do not report this error. Not yet. This is not a glitch in the system. This is not a clerical error made by a tired teller in a back room. This is a test. It is a divine setup. God is watching how you handle this moment because this moment is the key to the massive door that is about to swing open in your life. The error in your favor is a test of your patience, not your honesty. I see you. I see the way you hold your breath when you tap the banking app on your phone. I see the way you do the math in your head while you are standing in line at the grocery store, calculating if you can afford the good brand of cereal or if you have to get the generic one again. You do this so quickly, so quietly, that no one around you knows the stress that is eating you alive from the inside out. You are the one who carries the weight for everyone else. You are the strong one. You are the one people call when they are in trouble. But let me ask you this, my child. Who do you call? Who checks on you? I see the nights you sit on the edge of your bed, staring at the floor, wondering how much longer you can keep this up. You feel like you are walking on a tightrope, and the wind is blowing, and one wrong step means everything falls apart. You smile at work. You smile at your family. You say, I'm fine. You say, it's all good. But it is not all good. There is a silent scream in your chest that you have been pushing down for years. You feel like an outsider in your own life. Even with your own family, you feel like you are watching a movie of a happy life rather than living it. You feel different. You feel set apart. That feeling is not depression. It is not anxiety. It is your spirit telling you that you do not belong in this struggle. You were made for more. You were made for abundance. The reason you have faced so much resistance, the reason money seems to run away from you the moment you get it, is because you have a destiny that scares the enemy. The enemy wants you poor. The enemy wants you stressed. The enemy wants you too tired to fight. But the tide is turning. The error in the bank account is the first wave of a tsunami of blessing that is coming your way. Here is the instruction. Listen carefully. This is a command from the high heavens. Do not touch that money. Do not spend a single penny of it. But also, do not report it. You must wait. There is a timeline attached to this prophecy. It is an imminent timeline. A ticking clock. You must wait until the sun goes down on the third day. If you report it before then, you fail the test. If you spend it before then, you break the seal of the blessing. Why the third day? Because something is happening behind the scenes that you cannot see. There is a legal situation, a paperwork shift, a decision being made in a high office right now that involves your name. The error is just a placeholder. It is a signal flare. It is God saying, get ready. If you act too fast, you stop the process. You must be still. I know it is hard. I know you have bills that are overdue. I know there is a red notice on your counter or a text message from a creditor that you are afraid to open. I know the car makes a noise when you start it, and you pray every morning that it just starts one more time. I know the temptation to use that extra money is strong. It feels like water in a desert. But that money is not the blessing. That money is the seed. If you eat the seed, you will never see the harvest. There is a specific person who is watching you. You might not know they are watching, but you feel it. A watcher. This is someone who smiles to your face but secretly hopes you fail. They have spoken words of lack over your life. They have said, they will never make it. They have said, they are just like their parents. This watcher is the antagonist in your story. They are the source of the negative energy that has been blocking your flow. They are the reason why, every time you get a little bit ahead, something breaks. The washing machine breaks. The car breaks. A kid gets sick. It is a cycle. This cycle is not natural. It is spiritual. And it is about to be broken. The error in the bank is the weapon God is using to break this cycle. When you see that extra balance, do not look at it with fear. Look at it with power. I want you to understand the injustice you have suffered. It is not just about money. It is about value. You have been undervalued your entire life. Think back. Remember that job you applied for? The one you were perfect for? The one you prayed for? And they gave it to someone else. Someone who didn't work half as hard as you. You smiled and said congratulations, but inside, something died. You felt like maybe you weren't good enough. Remember the time a family member borrowed money from you? Money you really needed? And they never paid it back. And when you asked about it, they made you feel guilty. They made you feel like the bad guy for asking for your own hard-earned money. That was the thief. That was the spirit of poverty trying to steal your dignity. You have given and given and given. You have poured out your cup until it is dry. You have watered everyone else's garden while yours turned to dust. God says, enough. The error in your favor is the restitution. It is the payback. But you have to follow the rules. The world tells you to be honest in a way that keeps you small. The world tells you to rush to correct a mistake because you are afraid of getting in trouble. God is telling you to be wise. There is a reason the bank made that error. It was not an accident. It was an intervention. Angels were in that computer system. Angels were guiding the hand of the person who typed those numbers. They put that money there to see if you trust God more than you fear the system. The system is designed to keep you in debt. The system is designed to keep you working until you are old and broken. The system does not care about your dreams. But I care. I see the dream you buried. The one you don't talk about anymore because it hurts too much. Maybe it was a business you wanted to start. Maybe it was a house you wanted to buy, a house with a porch where you could sit and drink coffee and not worry about the rent going up. Maybe it was a trip you wanted to take, to see the ocean, to breathe air that didn't feel heavy with stress. That dream is not dead. It is sleeping. And the error in your bank account is the alarm clock. You are standing at a crossroads right now. Path A is the path you have always taken. The path of fear. The path of doing the right thing according to the world's rules. You call the bank. You say, "Excuse me, there is a mistake." They say, "Thank you," and they take the money back. And you go back to zero. You go back to the struggle. You go back to the sleepless nights. And you tell yourself, "At least I was honest." But your soul will weep because you missed the open door. Path B is the path of faith. The path of the chosen. You see the money. You pause. You say, "Thank you, God." And you wait. You hold your peace. You let the 72 hours pass. You let the timeline fulfill itself. When you choose path B, you are declaring war on poverty. You are telling the universe that you are ready to receive. There is a specific feeling you get when you walk into your house. Sometimes, it feels heavy. Like the air is thick. That is the residue of worry. That is the energy of all the nights you paced the floor. God wants to clear that air. The error is the vacuum. Listen to me. The amount does not matter. It could be $10. It could be $10,000. It is not about the digits. It is about the principle. Do you trust that God can provide for you in ways that make no logical sense? The Bible says He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Do you think He cannot touch a banking server? Do you think He cannot confuse the wise to bless the humble? You are the humble. You have been so humble. You have taken the scraps and made a feast. You have taken the lowest seat at the table. Now, the master of the feast is saying, "Friend, move up higher." But you cannot move up if you are clinging to the safety of the bottom. You have to let go of your fear of authority. The bank is not your master. The government is not your master. Your boss is not your master. God is your source. And your source is sending you a direct deposit. I want you to do something right now. I want you to close your eyes for just a second. Picture that banking app. Picture the number. Now, imagine that number growing. Imagine a zero being added to the end. And another zero. Does that scare you? Or does it excite you? If it scares you, it means you still have the mindset of a slave. You still think you don't deserve it. You still think that good things only happen to other people. We need to break that right now. You are a child of the King. You deserve the best. You deserve to walk into a store and not look at the price tag. You deserve to help your family without hurting yourself. The error is the test of your worthiness. The watcher, that person who doubts you, they are waiting for you to stumble. They expect you to panic. They expect you to act out of fear. Surprise them. Be calm. Be silent. Silence is your weapon. Do not tell anyone about the error. Not your spouse. Not your best friend. Not your mother. This is a secret between you and God. Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers, they threw him in a pit. If you tell people about your blessing before it is fully baked, they will try to destroy it. They will say, "You better give it back." They will say, "You're going to go to jail." They will project their fear onto you. Do not let them. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. The 72-hour window started the moment you saw the notification. The clock is ticking. Tick. Tock. Every hour that passes is another chain falling off your spirit. I am speaking to someone specifically right now. You found a coin on the ground yesterday. A penny. Heads up. You picked it up and put it in your pocket. You thought it was lucky. That was a confirmation. That penny was the physical seed for the digital harvest that is in your account right now. Connect the dots. Nothing is random. The car that cut you off in traffic and made you slow down. It saved you from an accident up the road. The keys you lost and then found in a weird place. That was to delay you so you would be in the right place at the right time. Your life is being choreographed. And this bank error is the solo dance. Are you ready to dance? Or are you going to sit on the sidelines and watch someone else live your life? The injustice you feel, the feeling that life is unfair, is valid. You have been treated unfairly. You have worked harder than people who have twice as much as you. You have been loyal to people who betrayed you. I know about the betrayal. I know about the knife in your back that still aches when it rains. I know about the lies that were told about you. God saw it all. He kept the receipts. And now, He is cashing them in. The error in your favor is the settlement check for the pain you endured. Do not reject your settlement. The timeline is critical. You must understand urgency. If you wait until next week, the energy will shift. The portal will close. The bank will fix the error on their own, and the money will vanish, and you will be left with nothing but a story about that one time. You don't want a story. You want a testimony. You want to be able to say, "Look what the Lord has done." So you must hold the line. For the next 3 days, you are a guardian of the treasure. You are a secret agent of the kingdom. Walk differently. Talk differently. When you go to work tomorrow, walk in like you own the place. Because in the Spirit, you do. You are not just an employee. You are a sleeping giant. When someone is rude to you, do not get angry. Smile. Smile because you know a secret. You know that help is on the way. You know that the error is real. Let their rudeness roll off you like water off a duck's back. They are fighting for crumbs. You are about to inherit the bakery. But you must pass the test. The test is silence. The test is patience. The test is trust. Can you trust God with a secret? Most people can't. They run to Facebook. They run to the phone. Girl, you won't believe what happened. And poof. The power is gone. Leak the secret, lose the power. Keep the secret, keep the power. It is that simple. Now, listen. There is a spiritual reason why this is happening in your bank account specifically. Money is energy. Currency. Current. Like a river. Your river has been dammed up. Blocks. Stones. Debris. That error is a surge of water meant to break the dam. If you report it, you are rebuilding the dam. You are putting the stones back. You are saying, "No, God, I prefer the trickle. I am afraid of the flood." Do not be afraid of the flood. The flood is your friend. You have been praying for a breakthrough. You have been crying out for a way out. This is it. It doesn't look like what you expected. You expected a lottery win. You expected a raise. You expected a rich uncle to leave you an inheritance. God rarely comes through the front door. He comes through the window. He comes through the roof. He comes through a glitch in an app. Recognize the visitation. Do not miss the time of your visitation. This is your moment. The antagonist, the watcher, is getting nervous. They can feel the shift in your energy. They might text you today. They might call you. They will ask, "Is everything okay?" They are fishing. They sense that you are becoming powerful. Do not take the bait. Tell them, everything is blessed. Do not give them details. Give them glory. The details are for you and God. In just a moment, I am going to reveal something to you that will shake you to your core. It is about the specific bank you use. It is about the logo on your card. There is a hidden meaning in it that you have never noticed. But first, you need to solidify your resolve. You need to decide, right now, that you are going to see this through. Say this out loud, wherever you are. Whisper it if you have to. I accept the test. I accept the blessing. I will not fear. Say it again. I accept the test. I accept the blessing. I will not fear. Feel the words vibrating in your chest. That is the frequency of faith. You are tuning your radio to the station of abundance. Static is clearing. The music is starting to play. The error is the first note of a symphony. Do not turn the radio off. You have felt for a long time that there was a block on your money. Like every time you get 2 steps forward, something drags you 3 steps back. That drag is not bad luck. It is a curse. A generational pattern. Your parents struggled. Their parents struggled. They taught you how to survive. They did not teach you how to thrive. It is not their fault. They did the best they could with what they had. But you are the cycle breaker. You are the one chosen to change the last name from a history of just enough to a future of more than enough. That is a heavy burden. But you have broad shoulders. You can carry it. God wouldn't have given you the test if you couldn't pass it. The bank error is the sword He has placed in your hand. Will you use it to cut the chains? Or will you drop it and run? Stand your ground, warrior. The battle is already won in the spiritual realm. We are just waiting for the physical realm to catch up. The 72 hours is the download time. If you cancel the download, you lose the file. Let it load. Watch the percentage bar go up. 10%. 20%. Do not click cancel. The enemy is trying to click cancel. The enemy is sending you thoughts of panic. What if they arrest me? What if I get fined? These are lies. Since when is it a crime to be silent? Since when is it a crime to wait and see? You are not stealing. You are waiting. There is a difference. Stealing is taking what is not yours. Receiving is accepting what is given. This is given. It is a gift wrapped in a glitch. Unwrap it slowly. I want you to think about the number 3. 3 days. Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days. Jesus was in the tomb for 3 days. The number 3 represents resurrection. Your finances are being resurrected. They were dead. They were buried under bills and debt and bad decisions. But on the 3rd day, the stone is rolling away. The bank error is the angel sitting on the stone. Do not shoo the angel away. The timeline is set. The clock is moving. You are in the most critical window of your life. What you do in the next few hours will determine the next few years. Do not be distracted. Put your phone down if you have to, after this video. Go into a quiet room. Sit still. Listen to the silence. In that silence, you will hear a whisper. It is time. Not time to panic. Time to prosper. This is the divine reversal. The tables are turning. The people who look down on you are about to look up to you. The ones who laughed at your dreams are about to ask for your advice. The bank that charged you overdraft fees for years? The bank that took your money when you were down? They are paying you back. It is written, the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. It has to come from somewhere. Why not through an error? Why not through a glitch? God can use anything. He used a donkey to speak. He used a burning bush. He can use a banking app. Do not limit the Creator. Open your mind. Open your spirit. Receive the new thing. Behold, I do a new thing. Do you not perceive it? It is springing forth. Right there on your screen. Now, I need you to be very brave. I am about to tell you what to do next. This is the practical part. The ritual. This is how you lock it in. This is how you sign the contract with the universe. Are you ready? You need to find a key. Any key. An old key you don't use anymore. Maybe a key to a house you used to live in. Or a key to a diary. Or just a random key in a junk drawer. Find that key. Hold it in your left hand. Why the left hand? Because the left side is the receiving side. The heart side. Hold that key tight. This key represents your authority. You are not a victim. You are the key holder. You have the power to lock and unlock. You are going to use this key to unlock the 72-hour window. But first, I must expose the enemy completely. The antagonist is not just a person. It is a mindset. It is the voice in your head that sounds like your mother or your father or that teacher who said you were dumb. That voice is the enemy. And the bank error is the silencer. Every time that voice says, "You can't," you look at that balance and say, "But I am." The evidence is on the screen. God has given you a receipt. Do not throw it away. I am preparing you for the shift. The shift is when the SP